Hey everyone, Katie Freiling here, and I'm going to talk to you today about something that honestly has the potential to change your life, that seriously can turn your life around. This is a very, very important message. Now, whether you know it or not, you are actually an emotional addict, okay? Hate to break it to you, but you are actually addicted to your emotions. Now, don't worry, it's not just you, it's me and every single other person on this planet. We are all addicted to the emotions that we feel. Now, it's this kind of a crazy thing to think about because I think most of us just assume that addictions are external. You know, that we can be addicted to things like, money, sex, drugs, alcohol, whatnot. But we are actually addicted to the emotions that we feel on a consistent basis. So if you are consistently feeling anger or rage or depression or victimization, or even, frustration, irritability, any of these emotions, if you actually consistently experience these in your life, you are addicted to them. Okay? If you experience an emotion and you cannot control your emotional state, you must be addicted to these emotions. Now, I'm actually going to share with you how that happens biologically, physiologically in the body. Now, first off, I'm totally not a scientist. This is something that I learned from one of my all-time favorite movies, What the Bleep Do We Know? And it's a movie about quantum physics, but also about neurophysiology and how the brain actually has an incredible impact on the way we experience life. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of science here, but don't worry, I'm going to make it very, very simple so you can understand it. And then I'm going to share with you how we can actually break this cycle, this emotionally addictive cycle that is actually having such a negative impact on so many people in so many parts of the world. So everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. So we have a thought, and when we give reality to whatever thought it is, we experience emotion. So, like, let's say, fear, for example, if we start, have a thought about, oh, how am I going to, pay for my kids' college tuition next year? Okay, that's a thought. And what happens when we have that thought, the emotions start occurring. This emotion of fear starts consuming us. And when we have emotions, what happens is there's a part of the brain called the hypothalamus that actually produces neuropeptides. Okay, so neuropeptides are just like chemicals, bodily chemicals. And the hypothalamus actually creates these neuropeptides to match whatever emotion it is we're feeling. So there are actually chemicals for anger, chemicals for fear, chemicals for depression, chemicals for victimization, for love, for everything that we actually feel as emotions. Okay, so when we experience this fear, the hypothalamus will release the fear chemicals into our bloodstream, and eventually these chemicals will hit our cells, and it will affect us at the cellular level. So these neuropeptides actually dock into our cells, and at that point they can actually alter the state of our cells. Okay, so this is very, very, very important. Now, if you are somebody who experiences fear on a regular basis, what will end up happening is your cells will become addicted to the fear chemical, because when they're used to getting it time after time after time again, when the cell goes a while where it's not getting its chemical fix of fear, what will then happen is the brain will actually seek to create situations to fulfill the biological cravings of the body, of the cells. It will seek to get its cells a chemical fix. Okay, so when I learned about this, you guys, I was just so blown away, because this is actually what is happening on a cellular level in our bodies, that we actually become addicted to the emotions we experience on a consistent basis. So if you feel like, you have overwhelming emotion of anger or fear or whatever it is that you really can't help and you can't control, if you have anxiety or whatever it is, that means that your body is addicted to it. But don't worry, it's not the end of the world. In fact, this is a very empowering thing to learn, because when you actually realize that you are, on a cellular level, addicted to your emotions, you can then bring some awareness to that and start to change it. So what you can do is when you start to have a thought or you start to have a feeling of whatever it is you are addicted to, I think most of us, it's probably fear. I think fear is the predominant negative emotion in our world today. But when you start to experience these emotions of fear, just take a few deep breaths and put a little space between things, okay? Put a little space between the fear and the thoughts and the craziness and you know, what's really true and what's present, what's here and now. Because most of the time, with fear especially, we're worried about something that's in the future, okay? And really, if we can just be more present and be more aware and just take some more deep breaths and just really bring more awareness to ourselves and who we really are, that is going to help break the cycle. So if you, let's say, get angry a lot and you start to feel yourself getting angry at something, just stop. Just stop for a minute and take a step back. Take a few deep breaths and wait a few moments. And most times the emotion, in this case the anger, will actually dissipate. It actually will dissipate. So you just need to give yourselves a little space, a little time to you know, kind of separate yourselves from whatever it is you're feeling, because what happens when we're addicted to our emotions is we get so consumed by the emotion that we really don't realize what it's doing to us. So if we can just bring a little more awareness, a little more space, that is how we can actually break this addictive cycle. All right, so seriously, this has been such an amazing, this knowledge has been an amazing transformation in my own life, because for me, I know I take things very personally. That's something that I've noticed about my own self is I will tend to take things personally when other people do things, and you know, it's I guess a feeling of hurt. So I am now able to really bring more awareness to that and start cutting it off and not letting myself indulge in the feeling of taking things personally. Okay, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this message today. And I would love, 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 love to hear from you. So please leave me a comment down below. You can share your thoughts on the subject, about, you know, what I shared with you about the science, about what the bleep may be, or even what emotions you are dealing with and you know, think you might be addicted to. Let's all just come together as a community and really share with each other and support each other, and so that we all kind of know, look, we're not alone. You know, everybody experiences these emotions, and it's really just about bringing awareness to them and realizing that we actually have the power to change it. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will speak with you all again soon. Oh, and if you want to learn more about me, make sure you go to www.katiefreiling.com. Okay, katiefreiling.com. So talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.